Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, I had to solve the puzzles in the laboratory. It took me a while to figure out the whole seed thing, but it wasn't hard, it just took a while through process of elimination. And then we escaped the room. So now let's continue on. And I keep having to do battle with the volume for this game. Like, it's so freaking loud. No matter what I do to change the settings, it's always so loud when they talk. I don't get it. Why you like this game? Hey, hold on a minute. I think this was a voiced line though.
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check.
Okay.
Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We
True.
didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
That's true.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. That's a good point, though. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Yeah. So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Immunoglobin?
Who
Any
knows?
ideas?
Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course. This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? Sassy. You're one idiotic girl, you know that? Rude, Sigma. In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Okay, he has a point. He was right, of course. Dang it, Dio, why are you being logical? I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense.
Then
On to
why'd
the
you
second
point it
issue.
out?
Sigma, you found a journal in some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah?
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelavir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. Got a bad feeling. See? It's written right there on the label. Excelavir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. No! Oh, crap! Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. I knew it! Somehow I knew when he's like, let me take a look at that. Oh, shit, son. You a-hole. You son of a gun. I'm gonna shove my foot so far up your... Okay, sorry about that, guys. There's probably an awkward cut right here. But, my mom came in and caught me right in the middle of saying some stuff. Awkward. God, I need a place of my own. Anyway, yeah, last where we left off, Dio was being a douche. God. Can't stand him. He's a great villain, though. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe.
What the frick, dude?
I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Oh, no. No! He's against us for the AB game. He wants us to pick allies so that he can screw us over and betray us, right? There's no way. There's no way. And he's using Quark as a bargaining chip. Oh, that's disgusting. And I'm just figuring this out, not like I've played this game before, but it's been a long time, so of course I've forgotten all the details, but like I can already see down the line what he's doing right now. Ah, disgusting.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB
I
game,
knew it.
you have to choose ally.
I knew it. Oh, you a-hole. Ally. Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me? Holy shite! Dude, I just realized Sigma's BP is 1. Oh my god, you planning on killing me? Killing him? Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, you're disgusting. Oh, I knew you were bad, but damn, bro.
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so.
Because you're evil anyway. He's like, I don't care about anybody here. I'm just here to do my stupid cult mission.
I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
Ugh. I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you.
Take a break.
You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
Ugh. He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
You piece of shit. You piece of shit. Damn it.
That's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion. And it's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage.
Ugh.
How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Damn it. Disgusting. Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
Ooh.
Ah, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well, you know what happens.
Ooh, I'm gonna break your face. I'm gonna break your face
See
later.
you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Oh, I can't wait to kick his ass. With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room. Ugh. I hate this man.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got 1 BP right now. If we choose ally, and he chooses betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1, and that means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? I'm just a decent person. If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
Because he's a good guy. In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. And you can't tell anybody either. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Dang it. If you know whose fault this is besides Dio, I'm not gonna edit this part out because I gotta talk to y'all. This is actually kind of Tenmyoji's fault. If he hadn't frickin' betrayed us in the first round, our BP wouldn't be down to 1. Of course, in the end, this is still Dio's fault. But Tenmyoji, you have some little part in this, dude. I'm a little salty towards you right now. Like, damn, that sucks, bro. When Sigma dies, he has to feel so guilty because it, really. It's just horrible. That's why you gotta love the writing for this. Dio's such a good villain. Like another Kokichi. Alright, Warehouse A. Here we go. On our way to a sad ending.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Of course you did. Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi. And of course, Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Ugh.
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
We get it. My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip. She's a horrible liar.
I see.
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? And the worst part right now is that after all of this, there's no guarantee that that a-hole will actually give them the Excelivir, you know? Like, will he keep his word and help Quark? I seriously doubt it. And then it's like Sigma dies for nothing. It's like, what the frick? Phi only shook her head. With the unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
What an a-hole! Gugh! What a bastard, yeah?
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing. Yeah, tell
Then I
Tenmyoji you
will
screwed
too.
me over.
Glad that's settled.
Okay. She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Right now, can't we just tell Phi and then come up with a plan to stop him somehow? Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab, except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
That's true, I forgot about that. Yeah, one sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So, in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Okay. Vi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute.
Okay. Anytime now.
Interesting. Alright, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
Oh. What? Why are they talking about that? And in Latin?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
Okay. When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. Okay. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 square root 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or square root of 6 seconds, have passed outside. Ugh, math. But I get it. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds have passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. I see. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. Okay. And that explains why Quark was like, you guys were talking too fast. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. That's the weird part. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Okay. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a videocassette being fast-forwarded. God. Videocassette, that's old. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Yes, we know. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. Poor Quark. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. But what about Excelavir then? It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone who with a natural immunity to the virus. Okay. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. Oof. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. Oof. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay. and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. That's horrible. Every day I see more crows and rats everywhere, feeding on the dead. Oh, that's like my worst nightmare. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Wow, that's horrifying. And it's such a change from like 999. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%? Or math.
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself. Yeah, that was horrible.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? What about the Excelivir then? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelivir that cures it, but here's the problem, that how long did it take,
Exactly.
right?
But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
Right.
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. So how did Quark get like that? We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I don't think they found the treatment pods yet. Not in this timeline. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but... we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Good questions. But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic. You're assuming the people in charge are still in charge.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
I had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Okay. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
Okay. And with that... Where'd you go, girl? She was gone. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. Oh, cool. We just teleported here. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
Aww. I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. I feel like we haven't gotten to spend any time with this kid. The journal and the thing Fi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Dude, we're giving up our life for this poor little child. It better be worth it. You better let him live. Lives were at stake. Mine and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Yes, we just saw this. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. Sorry. It's a hard word to say. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it because he's a douche. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. Dio's a douche. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? Oof, it's horrible. Clover would know. It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa.
Aww. He shifted a little, then fell silent again. Aww. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly, my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. Aww. I have a feeling this might be one of the ones where we don't even have a choice. Like, I don't think I get to say betray to protect myself. Because right now he's just like, no, there's no way. I mean, I'd be surprised. Maybe. Ugh, that would be horrible. Wouldn't you feel so bad to vote betray to protect yourself and then let something bad happen to Quark? Ugh. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. Chosi. Nice typo. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. Well, he pretty much just said it right there, so my hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do. Okay.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Well, I don't know if we'll have a choice
players,
then.
Please
There's only
enter
one.
your votes. If no vote is recorded
Yeah, we know.
before the deadline has
I'm
passed,
so tired of hearing this.
any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
That is so sad.
Looks like it's almost time.
Dude,
You
this
two
is
should
your
head
fault,
back.
Tenmyoji. What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally.
I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round.
Well, you already betrayed me last round, so you're freaking fine, aren't you, Tenmyoji? I'm saving your grandson, and this is how you repay me? Fuck you! I'm sorry. I'm like super salty right now. I mean, he doesn't know what's going on, so... of course, I know he's not at fault directly, but I'm still really salty. Like, why did you betray me? Why?
I'd just be voting ally anyway.
Oh, because of Alice, yeah. Because you don't want to kill her because you're a decent person compared to Dio.
You know who my opponents are, right?
They're probably going to betray you, though. Oh my god, but Kay has 6. Oh, hell no. Kay could escape? Oh, shite. So, after we die, it looks like Kay and Dio are going to be, like, the only two to escape. Let's just hope Dio's a decent human being and gives them the Accelerate.
Alice only has 1 BP left. If I pick Betray and they chose Ally, I'd kill her.
Yeah.
I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AV room or not.
True.
My vote's the same either way.
Yeah. Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. He's just a good grandpa. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Huh. Thanks, dude.
Okay.
Let's go. Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. I'm dying for you guys. You're welcome. Alright, when we get to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Longer episode, guys. I want to see this through to the end. Well, not everyone. One other person was missing. He probably shoved himself in the room. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
Yep. They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess, to protect
Exactly.
himself. Douche. That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Accelavir from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. Ugh. You make me sick, Dio. What a coward. I made up my mind to choose Ally, no matter what, but... part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Can't blame you, dude. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Right, Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Liar.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes Ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, Kay's BP will go up to 9.
But is Kay gonna let you? I'm just saying, girl, you gonna be able to fight Kay? Cause what if he's that determined?
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
I don't trust you, Kay. You may be my twin, but I don't trust you, man. You pull some shady crap sometimes in other timelines.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Shit.
apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Alice, you can't trust him. Kay continued briskly toward the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Aw, shit. Some shady crap. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Oof. Things are not good. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left. Ah, snap. We don't get to see the fallout, do we?
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. Well, rip us. Alright, Clover. Time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
Time for me to die. I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. Alright, here we go. Do we get to actually vote? I'm not sure how long this will be, though. I don't know. I feel awkward cutting this episode off right here. But I don't want to make you guys have to sit through like 40 plus minutes of this. Alright, I'll end the episode here, guys. It's a little awkward to do that because then the ending might be really short. But I'll do that just because I don't really want the episode to be too long. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to ring the bell for notifications for new episodes. You can follow me on Twitch, where I stream every week. And also, follow me on Twitter for updates. Until next time, have a nice day. Adios!